Both my parents aren't actually dead, but I think of them as they are. Sorry. My dad's been in and out of prison since I can remember. My dad, he tried to be around from the time that I was in first grade until the time I was in sixth grade. And because he was on probation, he couldn't do anything. So we tried to do things as a family. I have a sister 2 years younger and then two brothers 2 years down each from there too. When I was 13, my dad sexually abused me. And my mom didn't want me to tell. She said that we were gonna lose the house and we were gonna lose the car and not to go to the cops. So I lived with that for a year. My dad admitted it to her and my mom didn't care. She just said, we need to keep all the stuff we have. We're not gonna lose everything because your dad will go back to prison. 7 months later, I didn't care and I went to the cops. And that's the day that we all got taken away from our parents. And on my brother's birthday, that was a couple weeks later, my dad tried to commit suicide at Ogden Canyon and got caught. So then 3 months later, he actually did. And it was just 3 weeks before Christmas. And I come home, my grandma, which we were all living with at the time, it said my dad had passed. I was mad at God for a long time. Why'd you take my dad away? Why'd this have to happen? We had a good family, why? I asked why for a long time. And I still don't know if I have the answer, and I don't think I need it. God has been there the whole time, just kind of watching over me. But a large part of it was I had to accept that God was there. It's just recently that I've actually let him in and asked for forgiveness for all my sins and wanted him close to me. The angel mission that you guys did in December brought me here. When I got a call saying I was going to get help with Christmas, I just was like, wow. My kids got a lot of Christmas this last year. And it was just amazing. I'm getting chills even just thinking back to that day because I walked in and we had breakfast served. And breakfast was just, it was just amazing how people came up and introduced themselves and the kids got stuffed animals and my kids weren't running around. They were quiet and listening and kind of looking around like, what is this? It's kind of the same thing I was doing. I'm like, this is a different, environment. They had a table on the side where I guess they were Girl Scouts that had a table set up, and that's where my kids spent almost all their time. They had little bags, and on the front of it said, "Happy Birthday, Jesus." My kids and I have never referred to Christmas that way, ever. And that meant a lot to me and my kids, that this wasn't just here for presents, which God had taken care of, but it was a way of opening the door to bring us in closer to Jesus. I've been here ever since and was saved just a couple months ago, and it's just been phenomenal how much my life has changed for the better just within the last few months for me and my children. I just want to tell anybody that's out there just to have hope and just to know that Jesus is right there, that he doesn't give up on you. Other people may have given up on them, but there's no way that Jesus will ever give up on you. He is always there. I love him right now. Like, just my relationship with him is so close. Every morning, that's what I do when I wake up. I never thought I would be the one to be listening to Caleb on the way to work. But that's me, listening to Caleb on the way to work and having my prayers in the morning. It just makes everything so much peaceful throughout my day. And it's a peace I've never felt until just a few months ago. It's amazing when you come to the cross how much your life changes for the better.